You up?
It's been a little bit hot, like I've been sweating a lot the last couple of days and sore throat and that.
Sure, it's nothing. You're not worried about...
I was just like, I keep walking into incubated rooms. Like this one. And I've just been, I woke up today with like, felt death on my right behind me.
Is that one of the symptoms of
What?
coronavirus?
It's coronavirus.
Coronavirus. Have you not been reading up on...
I don't read the news.
I'm sure, I wouldn't worry about it. I'm sure it's fine. You don't touch your face a lot, do you?
I do. I've got this tick on, so... And I don't feel well, Jim, right now.
Really?
Just letting you know, yeah. It's well incubated, this room. I've been on the tube a lot.
Yeah. I was on the tube with this guy, and he's got a mask on.
Yeah.
And like a bit of anti-bac. It was like that. It's like, I've got to say, it's a little bit unnerving.
Yeah.
I was like, because I only had a little one. That family giving me.
Are you so this is the thing is we're making a joke about it, right? This is how the start of a post-apocalyptic world begins. Yeah. You've got fucking dickheads on the internet with a camera pointed at them making fun.
Yeah.
6 weeks later, we're eating rats out of bin and wanking off with rubber gloves.
And
then eating that because you need the nourishment. Yeah.
Well, apart from me, I said to Moses, you're worth just get it out of the way.
No, because you can you don't build up.
Get rid of it.
You get rid of it and you can recontract it.
Oh, right.
Yeah, so it's like getting AIDS, right? And then you get AIDS, right? And you're having sex with other people with HIV.
Yeah.
You've both got HIV, right?
Yeah.
You can get cut some people, and I think this is the actual correct term
of Super AIDS.
Super AIDS.
Right. All that and more on the James and Flav for Now podcast. Welcome back.
Is there any way that we can stop Liverpool from winning the league by coronavirus?
Did you see that?
People, hang on. How many people would it be acceptable to die in order for it to prevent Liverpool from winning the league? I'll go with 1,500 people.
Well, I read, it's in that newspaper there, I read that the worst case scenario that they're working towards is 500,000 deaths.
What, in England?
Yeah.
What?
That could curtail
in England
season, I would say. Because I was at Loftus Road on Saturday,
yeah,
and I did think
there's a lot of people.
Yeah, because fam was like, please take this anti-vax. I was like, I'll be alright. Actually, I'm buzzing for today, by the way, babe. Can't believe you scored. I'll be like, boom, 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 boom. High fives all the way. Yeah. Kiss it. Just like put my fingers in their mouth. It's what we do.
It's the way you celebrate goals down off the front.
Yeah. Don't you? Yeah. Trev. Come on, we're all doing it. Dad. Yeah, Dad. Yeah, and then new ones. Sometimes because we've had the same season team for about 20 years, and sometimes every time you'll have a new guy in there, and then we'll all be doing it, and they're like, "Hey, what's your name? What's your name, mate?" Bill's like, "What's your name? Well, do your fingers out, he's married up to my name." But yeah, no, that doesn't happen.
You felt the need to clarify.
Welcome back to the James and Flav for Now podcast. More of that kind of stuff coming up. Just say straight off the bat, Discord this Sunday, if you're a patron, $3 a month. You get extra content from us, and you can talk to us this Sunday, 7 p.m. on our Discord server. So if you want to do that, link is in the description. Right.
All the instructions are inside Patreon if you want to join us on the Discord server. We went for 2 hours last time.
Yeah, you hours. I slowly got drunk.
I drank too much.
I think I did like what I'm going to call it the 3-peat, which is a Negroni, which is that. But you're supposed to have a shot of each. But I think I tripled up.
Of course.
I went, what?
You were alright.
By the end of it, I was
belligerent. I just kept shouting at you. I don't know what was it about.
You're in the mood. It's fine.
Yeah, so it's like a phone-in show. Those that don't know, Discord is like this piece of software. You can download it or use it in your browser, and essentially you jump into a little call. What do you call it? A forum, and then we bring you in. We have a chat, and then so on. Yeah, it kind of descended last time, but hopefully this time will be better.
Exactly. We'll have to. I want to try and get video up on it at some point, so we can just, and then we can be. I mean, I don't know what it sounds. I wouldn't say that, but imagine me and I'm just going. It would be talking about football and fans and scoring goals and stuff like that. So Joe Lovey's lads, can I just say that this is slowly becoming my favourite podcast out there. Could listen to Flav talk for days. Just Flav.
Look, I've gone just safe this week. Black coffee.
Yeah.
That was my my nickname. I was involved in the amateur adult porn scene for a while.
Right.
Black coffee was.
Guys, the missus is starting to enjoy black coffee.
Yeah.
not your porn catalogue. The drink. And I jokingly, I went, how'd you want your coffee? You went, oh, black. I went, I like your men. And then like your men, and I laughed. I went, and she went, what?
Yes.
Yeah, exactly like that. Quote of the pod last week. Ashley Thompson. She's offering it up to me. Or he. Oh, it's him. It's a bloke. If you go into a pub and they give you 2 bangers, smash the place up.
This is us talking about you.
Sausages. Cauldrons. Lincolnshire sausages.
Oh, cauldrons.
Cauldrons.
Yeah, very good. Yeah. Very good.
Danny Naz. Use your real name if you're going to dig me out, son. Flav, after someone dug you out.
Says Flav. I mean, because my name's made up. That was the joke.
Oh.
But
layered.
It's my surname. So.
Yeah, still works. And mate. Jim, what would you rather have? A 9-inch member, a second chance of that haircut?
Yeah, it didn't go down well, your haircut.
Yeah. Use your real name if you're going to dig me out, son. Prick.
What?
Didn't go down well. I was like, I kind of like it this time.
Yeah.
Brave take.
Look, do you like it? Are you comfortable?
Oh, yeah.
Or are you being impacted? Don't say that if it's not true.
I'll be honest.
Is it a little
I'll be honest, because you know me.
I do.
Often I am. But on this occasion, I really don't care. I'm really not bothered. Ollie Birkbeck, I'm sorry, but let Flav do the talking when it comes to boxing. Love you, James, but some of the takes were hard to hear. If Flav hears this, I know he'll dig me out. Right.
No, you're right, Ollie. You're right. You shut your mouth.
Yeah, no, fair point.
Did you see the follow-up?
Well, yeah, well done with the comments. Making it clear. I don't know what I'm talking about because I'm saying that Joshua's got a chance in the fight. Another comment, Global Frank 95. Sorry, Flav, got to disagree with you about Fury versus AJ. Styles make fights, and I see that being another 50-50 fight. Joshua has more boxing pedigree than people give him credit for. There was also another one having a go at you being the I know boxing guy.
Yeah, and I appreciate that, and I appreciate how irritating that is. Like, from my perspective, it's like, I know boxing, you don't, you're plebs, shut up about this.
Has that impacted you? Have you been impacted by the comments?
Yeah, I have, because I looked at that and he's like, yeah, actually, I would have come across as a bit of a prick there, and I'm not.
You've just been strong in your take, which is fine.
Yeah, it is fine, but it's also like, I know people like that, and it irritates me as well, and I became that person. That said, there is no chance that Fury doesn't beat Joshua. No, but that is an opinion, and anyone else's opinion is fully acceptable. And do you know what? Closest to a fight, as you said, I'll probably end up going.
Change your mind. Joshua can do this.
I won't change my mind, but
it's not going to happen, is it? Because get straight in the boxing chat, guys. What's his name? Wilder's taken the bait.
Yes,
had to.
Yeah,
it's cash, isn't it?
Yep,
it's good cash.
Well, we discussed this in the last one.
Johnny he'll have a really light. He'll be like on a hovercraft going in, just so there's no weight on his legs, so he's fine.
Yeah, but and Joshua's about to sign to fight Pulev at the new Tottenham Hotspur Stadium.
Yeah,
are we going to that?
Free tickets?
Excited? No. Spurs giving me free tickets.
No.
What do you think I am?
They don't like you.
I don't even know. It's not about them not liking me. It's just like, how many people want to go? You think, that geezer who does that podcast, maybe we should give him a free ticket.
But I bet you know.
No. I know people.
You've spoken in the past of players that listen to your podcast, haven't you?
I know. Yeah. I know
Mark Bowen listened to this.
Exactly.
And Mark Bowen, his assistant manager, he commented in, gave him BDO.
Doesn't matter. Do you know? This is a true fact, right? Heung-min Son listened to the Fighting Cocktail album, learning English, and I know that comes from a reputable source of inside the club.
That's nice. Yeah, I love Heung-min Son. Ryan Mulligan. Let's get. Actually, can I tell you this coffee shop story? I was in the coffee shop today. I'm going to do Alan Pardew's 6 words to describe him. I'm going to do it off the bat because we've both got Alan Pardew and Wayne Rooney later in the pod. So I'm going to do Pardew instead. But I was putting the running order together in a coffee shop.
Yeah.
And I was sat. Hang on. I was sat like this. So I was sat at the table here, and there was like another little one there. And this bloke.
There's another little one, like another little bloke.
Table. Very good. There's a table here, right? And this guy goes, "Oh, can I sit down?" I was like, "Yeah, of course you can. Sit down." I opened it. No, I didn't. He sat down, right? So
Was there space elsewhere?
Yeah, not really.
Right, okay.
So he sits down, but I just wonder if anyone else has had these weird moments where you're trying not to laugh, but it's really difficult. So I'm sat down, typing away. He gets his coffee comes and he goes, "Oh, thank you." So he gets up and walks off. I was like, "His drink's just there." So he does this, right? And so you're being me. He's not laughing, right? So he's got a coffee with milk. Guy comes back. He's got some honey for his drink. Absolutely fine, right? Absolutely fine. And anyway, coffee's like there next to me. I'm typing away.
This guy's...
So right, this guy is there. And he puts milk in. Puts too much milk in, so it's getting right up to the top. And he's standing up. And I remember he goes. Gets down, and then he sit down, right? And I'm going, okay. Then he filled it up with the rest of the milk that was left. He wanted to use all of his milk. Put that in and he goes. Then he gets then he got this. He got his honey, and he goes. Oh, I don't know. He goes. I'm not lying. Honestly, 30 seconds he was like, there's so much honey in there, right? There's so much honey in there. He had to go. Oh, it was amazing. Sorry, that's right next to the mic. I'm sure you're going to enjoy that. But yeah, weird coffee etiquette that. Not sure I liked it or not, but it did make me laugh.
Did you laugh? You managed to hold it in?
I was struggling. I was like... and then, right, the link there is... Try not to laugh at these, Flav, because these are amazing. So this is a bit that we have with the podcast called Jürgen Klopp's Weird Little Mate, sorry. And we get you guys to describe people in 6 words or less. Alan Pardew is this week's, although we've got 2, we've got Wayne Rooney as well, because in the pod, which went out on Friday, if you've missed it, we spoke about Wayne Rooney because I saw him play football. Options for next week, Josh Brownless is giving some suggestions. Flav, do you want to decide? There's Bielsa.
Neil Warnock.
Neil Warnock. Zinedine Zidane or Frank Lampard. You want Warnock?
Yeah.
Have we done Warnock?
Don't think so.
No, I don't think we have. So Neil Warnock is next. 6 words or less to describe him. But Alan Pardew. SA. Alan Pardew calls the barbers hairdressers. Conor O'Shea. Alan Pardew. Looks like every dad that makes a great shepherd's pie. I thought that was bang. I can imagine Pardew just going, opening the door again. Just with them, just really happy with himself.
Yeah, there you go. But that's like 9 words, isn't it? So.
Yeah. Matt Rimmer, Alan Pardew, the stepdad you never wanted, is a stepdad, doesn't he? He doesn't look like a stepdad.
He's the kind of stepdad that eventually gets done for sexual assault on a young daughter, a pretty young girl.
Yeah,
just waiting for the day she turns 16. When she's not in, sort of sniffs her pants and that.
Yeah, hypothetically. The dude, Pardew, wears his golf clothes on weekdays. Kazekiel, Alan Pardew, secretly films TikToks in his bedroom.
Oh, fuck. I'll tell you about my daughter and that. It's like, Chloe, what are you doing? TikToking. Fucking TikToking. Fucking stop!
No one's filming you.
Stop TikToking! Like that.
Yeah. And then and that's parenting. Adam Lewis, Alan Pardew, Phil Schofield's dream fantasy.
Ooh.
Too soon? Too
what?
soon?
Is it homophobic to make a joke of that?
Yeah, probably not. Well, he is gay, isn't he? We know that now.
So...
I don't know. Is that it?
No, you're
correct.
You're fair game with me.
All right. Ethan Gilly, Alan Pardew, Mallorca all-inclusive table tennis champion. That's
Alan
Pardew.
Absolutely.
And Josh Brownless himself, Alan Pardew dances out of bed on game day. I thought we'd get a better reaction to that, but didn't. Doesn't matter. My sister-in-law, we went on holiday with all the family and that, and it was one of them massive villas. And what's in the basement of every one of those massive villas? Ping pong table, always. Yeah.
And turns out she's an unbelievable table tennis player.
Really?
She even beat my brother, her future husband, which he hated.
Yeah.
By the end of the holiday, she was called Jackie Ping Pong.
Jackie Ping Pong.
She's so good. Not because of anything else. Went like a ping pong show in Tenerife. Not one of them.
Yeah. That's not 18 to 35, is it?
Huh?
Well, actually, probably is.
That still happens in Benidorm.
What, ping pong?
No, the woman shoots ping pongs out of her foo-foo.
Oh, in Tenerife?
into a bucket every... nails it 100% of the time, apparently.
At least 6 out of 10. Right, should we talk some football?
Yeah.
Where are you at in terms of... Well, we can go around the grounds. Let's go around the grounds. First of all, so in terms of going around the grounds, I will ask you guys what you want to talk about every single week, generally on a Monday, on the YouTube community tab, obviously in the comments from last week, at Patreon and Twitter, and then we will talk about those things. Let's kick off with YouTube community tab, Taylor Bernard, woke take. Modern football fans only care about instant gratification and shit online banter. There is no consideration for longevity or context. For instance, I saw Liverpool fans calling for Klopp out, that we need a new front three and various ridiculous claims.
What, after Watford?
It always makes me cringe as I watched Jay Spearing and Ngog play a few years ago, and now we have the best front three in the world.
I mean, firstly, you're right. You're 100% right about football and the state of football and the state of football fans. Football fan, you know, they often like there's this thing, without fans, football is nothing.
Yeah.
Football fans are the worst part of football. They are the worst part. The very cancer of our football is fans, right? Let's just get this out there.
Cancer?
Yeah, let's just get that out there, right?
Okay.
So you like you say, when that situation happens where you lose to Watford 3-0, your first game lost in all season, still the best team in the league by none, the best team in the world by none, will probably go down by the end as the best ever Premier League side, right? All of that is the truth. So if you've got someone calling for Klopp's head and a replacement of that front three because of that, then they're an imbecile and they're a part of the problem of football. But I think they were joking.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
The Klopp out thing. Although, I guess it's amazing how even... It doesn't matter if you've gone 44 games unbeaten. It's all that matters is the last game, and it totally is the paintbrush for your entire thought process
We've got a WhatsApp group
around your football team.
We've got a WhatsApp group. One of the geezers in there, Liverpool fan, and to his credit, Liverpool go on so good that he stopped commenting. He's like, I'm not getting.
I'm wasting my time and your time.
Exactly. I'm not even getting anything out of this anymore, so I'm not going to dig you out. But he has been chippy, naturally, as the rest of the football.
As you should be.
Naturally, yeah, of course, you're right. Naturally, as the rest of football revelled in the fact that Liverpool had lost a single game of football for the first time this season. Mainly Arsenal fans, which is pathetic. We'll talk about that.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, he got it in the WhatsApp group. He absolutely gunned him.
Really?
Yeah, we gunned him. he got it and didn't say Dicky Bird because it hurt him. And that's the thing, right? And it got me thinking, and maybe you could help me with this, Jim, is what the fuck are we doing in football when losing one game of 3-0 can hurt so badly when you are clearly the best team in the world? And I'm not
22 points clear.
Yeah, 27 and 29, right? And I'm not saying you're wrong, and I understand it, and it would have hurt me as well. And I understand Liverpool fans who were angry about this result, and it hurt so bad. My point is what are we doing attaching ourselves to a game that we can't control when we've been so good that a single result legitimately would hurt any fan in their position? This is crazy. This is fucking crazy, right?
Yeah.
Why is it cause I understand? I'm going to lengths to make the point where I understand why they hurt.
Yeah, because
and that's football. It's mad.
It's weird, isn't it?
Weird.
It is so weird. I've been watching. Have you watched Love Is Blind on Netflix?
No, I've heard about it. It's about the bloke falling in love really quickly.
It's so good.
Is it?
It's no. So it's right. So they got these pods, and they've got 20 blokes and 20 women, and they spend 2 weeks. They've got 2 weeks, and they spend the whole time talking to each other in different pods, and they can't see the woman.
That's right.
And they have to, or they want to. They have to propose, and basically from then on, you've got 30 days when they do meet up. They've got 30 days until their wedding day. And so they're then expected to, they've got the wedding ready, they're engaged, they proposed and all that stuff. So they then have to meet each other. And the whole idea of it is if love is blind.
Yes.
And it's amazing.
Is it?
Well, this is the problem I've got. I love...
Are you going to spoil this?
No. I haven't got to the end yet.
All right.
I haven't got to the end yet, so I don't know how it works. But the spin from American... I love Americans on TV so much.
Yeah.
Because the way they're sort of positive spin on everything is absolutely incredible. So they've got these... There's these two people... They obviously all go, oh my God, I think I'm falling in love with you. I'm in love with you. I love you. They've never seen each other.
Right.
And then they meet each other, and you can. What's amazing is like the body language. Yeah, they get. Well, obviously they've conveniently put in only beautiful people for it, but they meet, and then there is still that like. You can see the body language of it.
Do you know what? It's really clever, right? Because I know what you're talking about some bit on Gogglebox. I understand what it is, right? But the psychology of what the situation they're in forces them to become emotionally attached before they would otherwise. They know what the producers of the show know that if they put them in a pod and there's no other stimuli other than the person that's in front of them talking, and the only reason they're in this pod is to make a connection, that they will willfully fall in love with someone they wouldn't otherwise do. Yeah, that's what makes it so.
And they haven't got any like the sort of 40. You don't know what the percentage is in terms of love of how good looking they are. Do you know what I mean?
In the first instance, it has to be so important.
Well, it does, but it also, I think we know that the other side of it is that it doesn't last forever unless you have the other side of it.
Of course.
So it is two parts of it, but this idea that love is blind, it's amazing. But then, the reason I'm bringing it up is because this sort of spin in terms of how they're talking about it afterwards, and how nothing's wrong, and we're still totally in love. It's like the bias that you show with your football team a little bit.
Yeah.
Like you kind of go, well, no, or some people do. Some people go, they don't have it in them. But other people will just like to the end. Like there's one bloke, this girl doesn't fancy him. Like she's going, I love him. The connection we have, it's incredible. I've never had something like this. I've never been in love this much. But physically I'm struggling right now. And he's like, and he, does, and then he goes to give her a kiss and she goes, no, it's horrible. It's brilliant.
I'm never watching this.
But then there's the other guy. There's the others that like spin everything, and they will not have a bad word said. And so like this is my favourite bit. It's this guy called Kenny, and there's a girl. She's 5'2", and he almost catches himself saying something negative, and he gets back out of it, and he goes, he has to bend down to kiss her because she's 5'2" and he's 6 foot, and he goes, yeah, I have to bend down all the time. I'm gonna put my back out, which is awesome because. It's a great reminder to always stretch yourself. I was like, wow, this is so American. This is unbelievable.
They're all going to end up fucking killing themselves.
But yeah, I think for Liverpool fans, it's so easy to do the party line until something gets in the way, like bad looks, bad performance. And so now they're all... The sort of British way of football fans is not like the American way. They're not going, it's going to be fine, we're going to do everything. There's a few that just lose their way and you go, we're crap all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Oliver Sack...
Yeah.
In Patreon, this is a new kind of take, and I don't know what to call it.
Okay, I'll tell you.
You tell us what to call it, because obviously we've had so many takes: calm takes, woke takes, brave takes, more to come. Oliver Sack says this: I know I'm a Liverpool fan, and I'm big time triggered. ...
Okay.
I just think Arsenal fans should focus on the fact that they are out of all competitions with little to no hope of Champions League football next year, and that their best player will almost certainly be on the move in the summer, rather than the fact that they will forever be the only teams with a gold trophy. I think it's fucking pathetic to be celebrating Liverpool losing, brackets not even against them, when they're in a dire situation themselves. Henderson. I'm sure Flav will agree for once, and yeah, I'm fucking triggered and upset we lost. Who cares?
I do agree with you.
Oliver Sack, on another note, maybe hashtag a brave take, but more likely a safe take. Arsenal will forever be the only team to go unbeaten, with the increased competitiveness of the league, as demonstrated by the weekend's result. Just means that even a dominant force like LFC at the moment still aren't unbeatable.
Hold on. I was with you with the first take. The second take was ridiculous. You won 95% of your games. Do you think that this league was more competitive than the one that Arsenal was in? I mean, by purely how much you've dominated this league, it would suggest that your advantages were much greater than Arsenal's were.
Yeah.
Yeah, so anyway, look, let's just discount the second. One thing at a time.
Sorry.
I'm 100% with you, Oliver, right? And I appreciate that, and I purposely just skipped past anything I saw about Arsenal at the weekend because I knew that they'd be celebrating, which is probably what you should have done. But the thing is, why wouldn't they? Why wouldn't they celebrate this? Like, of course they're going to. And it's not pathetic. It isn't. It's exactly what every other fan of every other club would have done in that instance.
Yeah.
Like, I would say that, like what they were and what that season did and what it created was 20 years of furious angst an existentialist crisis for Arsenal fans, knowing that
hitting such a ceiling.
Yeah, because and Liverpool fans may experience this as well, and this is why you got to be careful. Is because what that season gave for Arsenal fans meant that they never recaptured that. They couldn't do enough to recapture what that season did for them, and just being Arsenal and following their club wasn't enough anymore. They needed it. And so they became crackheads of football, didn't they? Scrabbling around just for a taste, a little taste of what they had, and they didn't get it anymore. And this is what you've got to worry about, Liverpool fans. Like, you've got to start tapering now.
It's the reason that I saw this and I wasn't going to put this in the pod, but this is I feel exactly the same, because once you've kind of gone, you've had these highs. There is inevitably going to be a low, like, later down the line. And this guy said this about Sheffield United. Here you go, Ned. His take was Sheffield United. Whatever Sheffield United do this season, they'll improve on it next season. Only been going up since Wilder arrived, so more money and names like Burge become established, and that won't stop anytime soon.
Ned, does he listen to the pod, Ned?
I guess so.
He's not just sort of chucking it out there.
I don't think
Maybe he listens to your Premier League show or watches it, brother. Ned. That's not the way football works, mate. What happens is...
Talk to a Stoke City fan.
Exactly.
Have a word with a Stoke City fan.
The worst case scenario is another club wants Chris Wilder and he walks. And he's not going to be a Sheffield United manager forever. It's not the way football works.
Or will he Eddie Howe it?
And then Eddie Howe stays long enough to destroy his own legacy. This isn't... You just enjoy the ride. Enjoy the ride. Don't expect it to just go up and up and up and never stop going up. Because even if you're right, and even if you win the Premier League with Chris Wilder, and then you go on and win the Champions League, and you top all the lot, eventually the ride comes down. And the higher that ride, the further you've got to come down. And that, my friend,
is football.
And
the hypocrisy that we've spoken in over the last 15 minutes has been incredible. Yeah. So like, what fans? Why are you having an opinion? You're the cancer, and this is what it's about. So, do you know what I thought? I thought Arsenal's tweet, the few. Did you see that?
What? No.
Just went few. Like once when Liverpool lost.
Few.
Few, yeah.
Yeah, it's quite well pitched.
I thought it was classy. Yeah, I thought that was really, really classy. I was surprised by that. Yeah. Let's keep going. YouTube comments. Oh, where was it?
Imagine if it all starts going wrong now. If it all starts falling apart. Like, can it?
Do you know what happens over the years? They have a week. Teams have a week. Do you know what I mean? Where they were going to win it all, but I think Arsenal might have had it that invincible season, like in the Champions League. Like, obviously had that invincible season, and that was amazing. But they went out of the Champions League and the FA Cup in the same week. Do you know what I said? We did a ranking video for Player of the Year nominees, and I think you have seen the Henderson Effect a little bit.
So I listened to a podcast about with Ornstein and Chapman, right? Never listened to it before. They had a podcast with Comolli on, or Comolli, depending on how you want to pronounce it.
Oh yeah. Is it Damien?
Damien Comolli, yeah. And he talks about his time at Fenerbahce was fascinating because he served a year's notice. He gave notice a year ago, going, I don't want to do this anymore, and they made him serve a year. And he also talks about how good Henderson is.
Really?
From a perspective, an analytical perspective, and as a sporting director, the kind of players you want to buy, and his attitude. And I'm sitting there thinking, football fans know fuck all. Because this guy, the way he talks about Henderson, is that the distance coverage, his attitude. Like when he was playing at Sunderland against Newcastle, right? He put a free kick over the bar towards the end of the game. The next week, he took 300 practice free kicks because he never wants to put himself in that situation ever again. Freaky, bit weird.
Yeah, bit much.
Bit much, right?
Yeah,
but that's what it takes.
Come to the pub, Jordan.
No.
You just got to finish these off.
Yeah.
It's like that. Like fucking.
Yeah. But that's what I'm saying. Is that's what it takes. And he talked about how desperate Liverpool were to buy Henderson. And when you listen to that, you're like, fucking. I still think Henderson's overrated, but it's just because I've built this idea in my head that he is.
I think that is the problem. I think that's one thing. Maybe I could be stronger in my views on things, but I think I'm good at going. Yeah, I've got that a little bit wrong. Like Everton, I've watched Everton the last couple of weeks.
Good, aren't they?
They're decent.
Are they?
They're decent. It's the psychology of that team that's lacking a little bit, and a little bit of belief. And I actually think the only difference between them and Wolves, for example, I think Wolves are got a stronger mentality and defensively got a stronger mentality. But I like a lot of their players. And Ancelotti's done a good job.
Yeah, he's done.
Hasn't he?
And the thing is like what I've positioned myself now is I don't know anything either. But every now and then I'm going to give an opinion.
Yeah.
And hope that's all right.
And if you throw enough shit at the wall,
something's
going to stick.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Here's a brave take. See Ancelotti getting sent off by the referee Chris Kavanagh.
No.
So he basically, at the end of the game, there's the three refs and they're like that. And they just like shake hands when people decide to come up.
They all stand like, don't they? It's like
it's so twitchy.
Just had a stroke.
They're like, everyone just... Please just go back inside. Everyone knows the rules. It's half an hour, and then we'll talk. It's half an hour. He's coming. He's coming now.
It's half an hour, like a cool down period.
Yeah, there's like a cool down period.
Right.
And anyway, so people, and this is what I get as well. Is like if you're a fan of Everton, you hate that ref because you get. Well, you had it with QPR at the weekend. The ref was an absolute disgrace. He was terrible.
Was he?
But when you're like chilled and neutral about it, Ancelotti's getting in his face. And Kavanagh's going, go inside. And then he goes, no, I'm going to stay here. And he goes,
there you go.
Go away. And I thought it was like, I was okay with that.
Yeah, but
I remember that's
leave
like,
the pitch. This is the referee's domain. Get the fuck off it. You're a manager. You're supposed to be on the side.
But I could understand that would trigger everything.
Just, the Everton fan, if we're on this sort of upsetting fans podcast this week.
Let's do it.
Everton fans' reaction to Son's injury was the most childish thing I've ever seen. They were like singing and dancing because Son injured Andre Gomez accidentally.
Yeah, and it wasn't like...
And they're like, oh, it's like little dancing gifts. Like, what? Like, what?
Really?
What? It's not just bad. You just look weird. You're just weird, right? I bet. Did you?
What was the tweet you put out?
Right, the other one. Yeah. So it's like, what was it? Fucking Lewandowski and Ruiz.
Royce. Yeah.
Royce. So looking at each other, going.
Isn't like our time's come.
And then we're playing against each other because we used to play. Do you remember we used to play for the same team together? And now we're playing. Now I fucked your team over and played for a better one with more money down the road. Do you remember we did that? Remember I did that to your team as well? Yeah. You're like, you are fucking pathetic. Get a bird or a boyfriend. Anyway, start sucking them off.
But to finish the tweet...
Because I'll tell you what, when you're sucking them off or going down, you won't be thinking about Lewandowski then, I hope.
Just to finish off that point, what you were saying, someone had taken that and then put the caption above, Rashford and Martial.
Oh, sorry, I forgot about that.
It's 2020. And it'd be the same
like, I've got a banger here, bird. Do you want to see this? Not bird, like lady, my lady friend, my beloved. Yeah. Do you want to see this? And they're like, yeah, cool, I'm so moist. Jeez.
Oh yeah, I love that gift.
Football Twitter, man.
Let's keep on moving through. Orange 8. Aguero is massively slept on. I generally think there is a strong argument to be made that he's the best striker we have seen in the league. Brackets, I'm a United fan, just in case Flav asks.
Aguero is slept on. Widely considered to be one of the best strikers ever in the Premier League. How's that being slept on?
Through gritted teeth, though.
Yeah, because he plays for a cheating club.
Okay, wider point that I wanted to talk about.
He benefited from a wider cheating atmosphere there, isn't he?
A wider point that I wanted to talk about with Aguero, right? Are Man City being slept on? At this team, in this sort of 3-year period, Neville and Carragher were talking about it.
Because of the caveat that the oil money.
So, yeah. Guardiola...
Yes, okay, yes, they are.
Guardiola talks...
Are you going to defend Manchester City?
Let's stick to on-pitch activities.
You can't.
You have to.
Why?
Because in the history of time...
The off-pitch antics meant that they've won the league. You can't separate them.
It's still a sport.
Where, yeah.
The last 8 trophies available, they've won 9 of them.
Get into my veins, I can run faster.
Here's my point. This is why I think people are sleeping on Man City a little bit. Because I understand, this is the thing, you don't want to appreciate it.
I will not appreciate it.
Okay, you don't want to.
No.
Yeah, so I'm right in what I'm saying with that.
No, you're not.
So, because you don't want to, because a lot of people don't want to, they are actually sleeping on a team that has been...
Don't say that I'm sleeping on Manchester City when I'm trying. Don't want to...
You're drifting off. You need to wake up. Well, but don't you think that's a shame that Guardiola and Sterling and all these great footballers, we agree they're great footballers?
Yep. Part of the problem.
That they're not allowed any credit for their achievements.
It's a shame, but they shouldn't have taken massive contracts that the club couldn't pay. Oh, it's a shame, but I love being a part of this club, but I also want 350 grand a week, if that's all right. Otherwise, I'll fuck off to Real Madrid.
Absolutely fine.
Yeah.
Come on, then, let's win some trophies. And let's paint a picture on the football pitch.
You're a bastion of fairness on the pitch, right? You did your sports coaching badges, level C, whatever it was. Level 2. But no point in there going, if you've got a lot of money, you deserve to be recognised as the best team.
But when you got Neville and Carragher there, right? You got them talking about, I don't know if you saw this, they were talking about all the different teams through history, because this is the question that comes up every year about our Liverpool, is this Liverpool team the greatest? And Neville made a very fair point, which I think will actually be the criteria moving forward, is over a 3-year period, they put together a sort of point system over different things, and they worked it out from that. And the best team was a Liverpool side from the 70s. With this Man City team, if you look at this sort of point structure that's in place, they would be like second or third in all of the teams of all time. Yet, I reckon, as time goes on, we will still continue to talk about probably the Liverpool sides or the Arsenal sides or the Man United sides. So this Man City side, if you can, if you can take away the money aspect for a second.
Yeah, they were good.
Then
they were good. Yeah,
but it's a shame that they won't be able to get any of that nostalgia.
Is it a shame? How much have they had over the 10 years? Do you want to give them more?
How much have they had?
Yeah, how much have they had to celebrate? How much enjoyment have they had?
Lots.
How many teams have been relegated because of their ability?
But do you think, though, in 10 years' time, the broad strokes of it, when people are talking about this stuff and they're not using a criteria of points, do you think they'll look? Do you think anyone will talk about Man City?
They will. Of course they will. Once this shit is all past, they'll just talk about the Man City as a great Man City side with the asterisks next to it. Unfortunately, you behave in ways that flout the law. You're always getting an asterisk. What I would say, in terms of fairness, is that Tottenham Hotspur's spending wasn't dissimilar to Manchester City's in 1961. We paid the most amount of money for the players.
Well, have you seen the thing in Germany, the Hop thing? Have you read about that?
No.
So basically, there's this situation that hopefully I'm getting this right. There's the owner of Hoffenheim is like a billionaire, software billionaire, something like that. And he spent like so much money on Hoffenheim, brought them through the league, through 5 divisions. And there's the 50+1 rule in Germany, which means that, he owns 49%, and he's been able to bankroll a lot of money to get them through the leagues, get them in the Champions League, whatever.
Sounds like RB as well, right?
Yeah, I guess so, yeah. But the fans of other clubs hate him.
And Leipzig as well, they hate as well.
Yeah, and so what they've been doing quite regularly is putting banners up, calling him son of a whore, I think it is.
Yeah,
and
but the thing is, you're right, and this is the thing with Bayern Munich, calling him a son of a bitch, and they stopped the game.
So they stopped the game because it had got to a point. I think they have like a 3-strike rule that if you keep having a go at the same person, and it's stuff like that, which is
major point,
which isn't great, and is thought of as possibly being a little bit too much in terms of how you're trying to get a point across. But the whole problem there is really interesting because you have problems with racism. I think at Hoffenheim maybe a similar thing happened with a defender who's being racially abused by the fans, and he got booked for his reaction. Yeah. And then you got something like this where they're stopping the game, and the owner's on the pitch at the end of it, and they're all sort of rallying around him because they kind of see it almost as bullying of this owner.
Yeah, I think what it is, what you're forgetting though, is they're not just annoyed, they're not angry at this owner because look, it's a little team suddenly becoming part of the elite and it makes it more difficult. They have a very strong fabric about support control in that country. And part of the reason why it's so cheap to watch football in Germany is because of this 50+1. So they are defensive of something that's very good. A German football over there is very good. Mm. So, you can go and watch Bayern Munich for €200 a season and they've got Lewandowski up front. That is a system that works that people should follow. Yeah. And these new clubs are flouting that and to the damage of the sport that they love. So you can understand why they want to stop them.
Yeah, I think what I thought was really interesting about it was like the nuance between the right to protest, the principles of what they believe in terms of...
But they can do it without calling him a son of a whore.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, you should just be a bit more creative.
Yeah, but that's it. Like, when does it... I think the sort of I guess there's a deterrent in terms of having these 3-strike rules and things like that. And I was like, you shouldn't be kind of bullying an owner, but then at the same time... how much stick does Ed Woodward or whoever these people get? And you have to kind of...
He's going to die. You heard that song?
No.
The United fans sing about Ed Woodward.
Well, yeah, that's it. I mean, that's too much. But there's the balance between protesting, fans having an opinion, being able to have an opinion, have some power, and it going too far.
Historically, that's what they do, though, isn't it? You see Alan Pardew, Den Haag. Is it Den Haag or Ten Hag?
Yeah.
The ultras went on the training pitch, just saying, "You fuck off." I love that.
Just cracked on though. Is he going to carry on with it? What do you do after that?
Did you not see the one with the?
He's still there. He's still manager.
I don't know. I haven't words. I suppose, but there was this one in Italy as well where they'd sacked an old manager who's doing well. Ultras went in there, and the announcement, doing a press conference, his new manager, welcome to the club, say a few words. Ultras went in there, just picked him up in his seat and just chucked him out of the stadium to give us the old manager. God.
But that's what I mean. The balance between all of these things, I think, is when we're living in a world that's got so much opinion now. Like how it's almost like, I reckon 20 years ago, if those banners happened, I don't think anyone would do anything.
No.
Whereas now, and I feel like there's a lot. There seems like there's been a bigger attempt to stop this because there's an owner involved.
Well, and also you think like how dangerous is this if fans can't protest against something they feel like it's going to damage the fabric of their game that they love and pay into, and the resistance from it is from the system, and the owners who can lobby the system with money are a part of that as well, then it's actually silencing a protest, which should be illegal. But as I always say, once again, is play the game. The fans,
yeah.
So don't call him a son of a whore. Just say he's a cancer of football, or he's say something as
a bit more
effective,
intelligent,
but a little bit less sort of just insulting. Although maybe they will do that. Continue
with the Are We Sleeping On? So we've done Man City. Won 8 of the last 9 domestic trophies. Hip 3 cheers for Man City. Hip hip. Hooray. Hip hip. It's just a joke. Ryan Mulligan. Things you shouldn't sleep on. You're front with your arms tucked in. That's what I do. Joe Fairhurst. Things not to sleep on. Barbed wire. Hot coals. Tyson Fury's bed with his wife. Ezekiel. Players not to sleep on. Gabriel Martinelli.
I don't think anyone's doing that.
Alphonso Davies.
No, they're not doing that.
No, he's probably people talking about more now than ever, probably after last week.
What you're saying is you should be like wonder kids, hot prospects.
Yeah, Musa Gineppo, very hit and miss currently, but I can understand why you're making that call early because he could catch fire. Southampton. Charlie James, things you shouldn't sleep on. Joe Gomez, again. Chocolate Weetabix, never tried it.
Can we have sleep like the last one was good because it's clear that there's a number of players from different clubs. If Charlie James is a Liverpool fan, he needs to be banned. Like, it's... You know what I mean? What's the point? Or I might say Japhet Tanganga. It doesn't mean anything. Like, people should sleep on him probably. He probably ain't good enough.
Yeah.
But I'll say it because he's Spurs and he's young.
Can he have an opinion
Really.
and be a football fan without being biased?
I think the most important thing is not having an opinion on your own side. That's where your strength lies.
Right, if it's to your detriment. Is that what you mean?
Look, I've made a career out of having an opinion about Tottenham, but if I'm in a conversation with other people, then my opinion about Tottenham isn't valuable unless you're asking me something. Well, how's Bergwijn being utilised? Then I can give you an answer. How do you rate Japhet Tanganga? I'm never going to be able to give you an answer that's valuable to you because it's bollocks. I'm going to go, he's
Why
good.
Why is it bollocks though? Surely you can watch your football game. I think you do yourself a disservice sometimes.
I'm not talking about me, I'm talking about everybody.
Oh, right.
You can't talk about QPR.
Why not?
Paul Machin can't talk about Liverpool because you can't.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, no, of course we do because people want it. But I'm saying is if you want unbiased opinion, we can't give it. We can't give it. And an opinion full of agenda is not opinion worth hearing.
Yeah.
That's the fact.
I disagree a little bit.
If people want to hear it to be entertained, that's one thing.
Yeah.
If you're trying to get some semblance of truth out of you, don't ask me about fucking Japhet Tanganga. You won't get it. You'll get my slanted opinion about him.
Or what? Because you're hoping that. No, I think that's a blanket rule you're making there.
Yeah, and I'll stick by it.
That's fine.
Yeah.
I disagree. I think you can do it. I think it's...
Did QPR win at the weekend?
We should have. The ref screwed us. And
what was the score?
It was 1-1.
It's not a loss.
It was 2-2.
Who did you play?
Birmingham City.
Good side.
Solid side, unbeaten in 12.
How's Fingerbob doing on the old Furlong? How's he doing? Is he alright?
Furlong? Yeah. He's at West Brom.
He's at West Brom.
Eze was great. Can't finish really. Struggles to finish.
It's like 15 mil when he comes in the season.
So much hypocrisy. He's just asking me about players again. So, he's wonderful. Wonderful to watch. Do you know he's really good?
Who?
Bright Asay Samuel.
He's the other one we can have, right?
So, yeah, you can have him. Yeah, he's just well good.
Are we still talking about 10 million mark or up, yeah?
Yeah, I think... do you know what? Because he's developed so much. We got him like a couple of years ago and he was okay. And now he's smarter and he totally knows that he's quicker and stronger than players. Like, he used to sort of get on the ball and he's just like knock it and go. Now he'll go and stand up against that fullback and go, just go on, hit my chest and I'll roll you.
Is he a bit of a unit?
Or
he's just strength. He's got strength.
He looks like... Who does he look like? He's like Mbappe frame, I would say. Sort of like...
That sounds
nice,
good. At least another 10 million.
Good shoulders, nice big arms so he can like roll people. And his feet are getting better and better. Yeah, come and get him, but loan us back if you can. Thanks.
No worries.
Where are we? Oh, we've done all that. Take it as a condiment. James Hunter. Cauldron Lincolnshire sausages. That's what I was talking about.
Yeah.
I think that's what you're on about, James. Every Sunday morning for us. What a bloody treat.
Well, that is a lovely treat. Can I just add to that?
Yeah.
Richmond's vegetarian sausages. Like sausage. Just like sausages. Have you had them?
I don't like Richmond. I don't trust that as a brand. No, because the meat ones are so poor.
Really?
In my opinion.
No good?
Yeah,
I don't know what I take. I just assume it was
Ned Longdon, John Fleck. If he was a condiment, he'd be Worcestershire sauce. Absolutely amazing. Been consistently good throughout the years and keeping it subtle.
Can't have Worcestershire sauce though.
You can't.
Fish in it.
Yeah. More of a sauce that complements a
great,
whole dish rather than an extra, like ketchup. Do you agree with that?
Yeah.
Lewis Morgan. Also, Diego Costa is Tabasco sauce. A little bit of his aggression and spice is perfect, but if you get too much, it'll ruin your game / food. And his last little bit I wanted to talk about was... we'll finish off with... we'll have Wayne Rooney's weird little mate. She's got some descriptions of him. Zach, Man United legend. Bit boring. Niall 8TER 96, overrated but respected.
96. So he's a Liverpool fan.
Is he overrated?
It's not. You can't, as a Liverpool fan, comment on this.
It's a good thought.
He's record goal scorer for England and Manchester United. What more can he achieve? Champions League winner.
That's not the question or the statement.
The answer is
he overrated?
No.
Is he respected?
Yes. What I'm saying is where is this coming from?
I think he's underrated.
You're asking us to talk about something when it's full of agenda.
That's all right.
It's not
Welcome
alright,
to YouTube. Welcome to football.
Alright.
Ewan 23. The most complete player of all time. Let's skip that one.
Is that Ewan that you used to work with at Ball Street?
I don't think
Sounds like something coming
Thomas Roberts. Head like a Kiwi. Radio GJ. Man kick ball good. Not your best. Luke Scanlon. Pops snot bubbles with crayons.
This is trusted.
Sujesh RK. Alright, he liked my one. The best potato to play football.
Yeah.
Four's words time lapse drawings. Wayne Rooney keeps the cows off my cucumbers. Bree 10. Ogres, they come in many layers. Chris Sayer, a slab of mashed double decker. He has got one of those juicy heads. I had a mate of mine who used to he said that he had some mates who they'd have a tight head, and sometimes if they were like that, can you see the juice in my head?
The juice?
Yeah, they go juice. We get that squidgy bit. You know, people have like big fat bits at the back of their head.
Yeah. You don't have that.
Just go juice. Have a little squeeze on the juice. And Cormac Daugherty. Mr. Potato Head knocked off using a turnip.
Good. Have you ever heard of Atletico Mince's song about Sondage?
No.
It's gold.
Is it?
I reckon we should probably just sit and listen to it at the end of the pod.
What, this pod?
Yeah.
Can do. I'll get it up in a second. Finish off with the Petty Pit. New bit.
What's that?
It's called the Petty Pit. But it's been quite a negative podcast.
I feel like we've laid down a couple of lines, is all. All right, what we want from the contributors and what we don't want.
I'm more confused than ever.
Yeah.
What do you want?
I don't want agenda-driven comments. I'm sick of them boring.
But is it possible to... But you also said that it's not possible to have non-agenda driven...
If you're a Man United fan, don't send us any opinions about Liverpool. Or me. You can send them to James. I'm not addressing them.
But literally 10 minutes ago, you said you can't have an opinion about your own club if you support that club.
Yeah.
Because there's a bias and an agenda to it.
Exactly. Just forget the agenda. If you're confused, just be confused. I'm not willing to talk about it anymore.
Fair enough. The Petty Pit, top 3 annoyances. Last week it was G-Bids, who's the golfing dude. He was saying, what are your 3 annoyances? And we told you about ours. That a few people told us theirs, and I thought it might be interesting. Connor S, pet peeve. When you're standing at the crossing and you've pressed the button and the next person comes along and presses it again.
See, I pressed the button, I pressed it.
That's the same with a lift, isn't it?
Coronavirus spreads as well. So pressing the fucking button.
Wash your hands. Sing
happy birthday twice while washing your hands. That's how long you have to do it, apparently.
Really? Mm. Do you know the new tip that I spotted there with it, which I'd never really thought about, was turn the tap off with a tissue.
It's much in it.
Well, yeah, I guess if you like...
I'll just risk having it.
We used to have it in a flat I used to live in. You had the toilet and the sink was in another room. So you do whatever you do.
Your poo particles everywhere.
Yeah, you do whatever you do, and then you go, open the door. And there's and the door went like that as well. So you couldn't push it out.
Do you ever have a courtesy flush?
Depends what the damage is.
Do a poo, quick flush, another done after.
Do you ever try and do the one where you go, let's say you're at a house party?
I've never had a poo at a house party. Jesus. Jim.
No, but sometimes you got to go. Sometimes you got to go.
You hold it.
But if you do have to go...
Right. How many poos are you on at house parties? You're like, you'll be known as the kid that poos at a house party. There he is. House party kid.
Just at someone else's house. Forget the house party thing.
Poo kid. There's the poo kid. You poo at other people's houses?
Yeah, sometimes.
I would find it an insult if you'd come around my house and you poo. Just what the house stink? You start the house.
You need a poo.
Just hold it like any other normal person until you go. Like if you were ill, fair enough. Like fill your boots, open a window.
Fill your boots. Yeah. Or out the window. Yeah, but if you do have to do it at a
just
house,
think I need a bit of a poo, so I'm going to use your toilet.
Here's something middle.
What are you doing?
I'll show you.
You go and have a poo.
No. I'll show you something that will allow you to have a poo, but it's incredibly middle class.
What's that then?
This is not an ad.
Oh my god.
Poo Drops.
What?
Yeah. They're decent.
Do you know I know about this? Because there's another brand called Petit Poo, and we created a fake advert on the Fighting Cock. Fighting Cock, sponsored by Petit Poo. Right. So who bought this? You or your missus?
Missus, obviously. Yeah, it wasn't me. I'm not that much of a connoisseur with the poo.
So if you're going around, and what does that cancel out?
Anyway, if you've got this, then great. Just you can pop that over the top. It almost creates a lining with a lovely.
So how does this work?
You basically put the drop
before pooing.
No, after poo.
Surely before, when it creates a film that holds the smell in.
I never thought about it like that. It doesn't say. I think you do it after.
Okay.
Anyway. Oh, here we go. In instances where vigorous activity has occurred in the bathroom, dilute several drops of this carefully crafted product in the toilet bowl after flushing.
Right.
For the benefit of all subsequent visitors.
That's at home. It's fine. If you feel like you need this, then just don't go to other people's houses. Stay at home. Isolate yourself.
If you haven't got Poo Drops, just finish off that little bit of advice. You need to get yourself ready.
There's poo particles all over that.
Yeah, maybe. Get you ready for your poo. Have your poo and poo and flush. Poo and flush. Poo and flush.
Your missus actually hate this.
She wouldn't. She doesn't watch any of that stuff. Anyway, but that was a good one. When someone presses the thing. Same with the lift. You press the lift and you're waiting there, and then someone turns up, don't they? Yeah. It's annoying. And Mapeej, top 3 petty annoyances. Drunk people singing on trains.
Yeah, can imagine.
Even more annoying when it's the same 3 songs on loop for an hour.
That's
it.
Is that the end of the pod?
That's your lot.
Oh, good.
I think that is probably the end of the pod. Is there anything else you'd like to talk about?
Not really.
No BDA this week. There was another person going... There was like a fan dilemma. If you have a fan dilemma, then let us know in the comments below. But this one was it's pretty similar to the one before. So I couldn't be bothered.
Remember to join us, Patreon. Become a Patreon member. It's what is it? How do you find
it? Links in the description.
Links in the description, and become a patron. If your membership has lapsed, maybe change your bank card. maybe you don't have any money, right? Get some money, or get a new bank card. Join us, become a part of the show. Spend some time with us next
Sunday the 8th of March, 7 p.m.
Working Sundays. See?
Here's a review from the last one. Someone couldn't believe that there wasn't a single melt who came onto the Discord. So if you are a melt,
join us.
Or just join us, but just listen. Yeah, make sure you pay.
Yeah, all of the information about how to join us on this Discord server next Sunday, it will be available there. And I'm done.